What is up, trading family? I wanted to take you along with me for my weekend planning session and kind of just give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look at what I do every single Saturday to get myself ready for the next week of trading. Now, these sessions are crucial in my opinion. It's what allows me to have a higher win rate and find success as a full-time trader. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tony Pollock. I have been a full-time trader for nearly a decade, and I'm also the owner of Real Life Trading. Real Life Trading has been in business for over 10 years, teaching people how to trade the stock market successfully. In fact, we're one of the highest rated and one of the largest stock market education companies in the world. Check out the links down below for free courses, free strategies to get yourself started, or to even figure out a little pick-me-up if you're struggling in your trading to be able to get to that next level. That's exactly what we do. Check out the links down below. So in this session, I'm going to walk you through what I'm looking at. I want to find and identify areas on a chart that I want to pay attention to. When you can identify these key areas, that's where trading becomes so much easier. So right now I'm starting out here with SPY. I do a lot of SPY trading. I do a lot of option trading, and I want to find out some of these key levels to watch. For me right now, this key level is going to be the top side of these big bear candles. So right here and right here, this is a big time area. So it's sitting right around that 675 to 670 area here with the 50 EMA. It's going to be a very, very important spot. Now, the bulls on Friday did not do their job, right? Wednesday, strong bounce. Thursday, strong bounce. Friday, gave it all up and closed below both of those buying candles. That is a sign of weakness, and I believe we're going to be seeing some more selling over the next few trading days next week. And so I'm going to get myself prepared for that. There might be an opportunity for some day trades down here bearish, down back into this key level around 675 to 670. This is a little bit harder trading because it is so short term. There's not a whole lot of room to get there. In fact, we might even gap down to there on Monday. But if we do go bearish on this, I want to be prepared because this is where your bulls should be at. So I want to mark out this level and I want to start playing, okay, how am I going to look for some bull sentiment? What I'm going to do personally is I'm going to dive into an hourly time frame and I'm going to see, okay, when it gets down into this area, what kind of bullish sentiments am I getting? I mean, it could be as simple as just looking for an hourly hammer. Something like that. It could be as simple as looking at an engulfing candle. There's a lot of things that I'm looking at, but don't make trading more difficult than it has to be. If the bulls start stepping in around this area, this could be the caveat to really push us to that $700 target if it wants to get there. Now, we don't have to go lower at all. And so I want to have a scenario, what if we just bounce, right? So if we start to bounce higher, then I'm going to really want to see a strong close up above the high of Friday. If we can get that strong close above the high of Friday, that's going to really solidify this support. And then a retest of that support should be a very strong play up to 700. So it'd be a really, really strong move because of this volume. Massive, massive bear volume coming through. We start getting up above that, it should slingshot us straight to 700. So we'll see if that ends up playing out or not. But I am leaning a lot more towards we get a little bit of a retest and probably a little bit more of a drop, or we just start dropping right out the bat and then look to see if these bulls step through. If the bulls don't step through hard here, then I'm going to look at probably 660 for my next spot where the bulls could get into. If we're not bouncing by 660, something is wrong, and I'm going to want to be pretty careful on that. So that's my game plan on SPY. I believe that we're going to have some easy trading in this box. So I want to put alerts out there, have my notes on my chart, be prepared for when the markets get there, because the last thing you want to do is have the markets get there and then you go, I don't know what to do. It's all just crashing. Should I be shorting this instead of seeing the big picture? And then when it starts to rampage, you're like, oh, I should have bought here. You've got to be ahead of these markets. You cannot be reacting. Reacting is going to cause emotions. Reacting is going to cause you to make bad decisions at the wrong time. Go short when you should be going long. Go long when you should be going short. That's why I set aside a little bit of time every single weekend to start planning for the next week ahead, so that when I'm in a logical place right now, the markets are closed, I can see for what they actually are instead of what I want them to be or what I'm scared they're going to be, right? Emotions tend to just fog up those glasses and make you see through a different lens that's not really there. So I don't know how many times you guys have ever comment down below if that's you looked at a trade, it looks great, and after you get out of that trade, you're like, why did I take that trade? Why did I think that was bullish? Why did I think that was bearish? That's normally your emotions speaking a little bit louder than your logic. So I like to put logic in play, looking at these charts, picking out these levels. Now, the next ticker that I'm really excited about right now is Tesla. I think there's some fantastic opportunities on Tesla. The markets are really struggling in this area, whereas Tesla's taken off. I love the double bottom. It looks really good. But if Tesla starts to take out 440, Bulls should be there, by the way. If we start to take that out, I think that we could dip a little bit and find our way back to this strong support around 420. 420 is a number on Tesla here that it just loves. If you guys know, you know. But I could see a lot of bears starting to get in down through here. It starts to fall just in time for bulls to pick up that number there and for it to bounce back higher. So that's kind of a scenario that I'm looking at. I want to go ahead and put an alert down here around 420. So that way I don't have to be in front of this chart. My alert will tell me and send it right to my phone here on TradingView of when my area is getting hit. So it can just be watching for it in the background. I can go live my life. And then when that time comes, I can come back to the charts and start planning out my areas of what I want to do to trade this. But this would be a really good play. And in fact, this is something I'm looking at doing a bull put spread on. So a bull put spread is a different way of trading. It's a way of making money by the stock not going somewhere, right? Instead of being perfect, instead of being like, hey, the stock has to move here and it has to bounce right here, or it has to go down. That's the prediction trading. You get rewarded really well if you're right, but it's extremely hard to be consistent with. Credit spreads, I win as long as the stock doesn't go somewhere. And so it makes it really easy to make money. In fact, you have well over a 90% win rate. So I tend to do a lot more credit spreads than anything else. So if Tesla were to pull back here into 420, I want to look at selling a bull put spread down here, which means Tesla can keep dropping, it can go sideways, it can bounce. I am still going to walk away with money. And if I can just keep this process going and repeat it, it's a very consistent way to bring in a lot of money. And that's exactly how I trade. I'll have a few swing trades to be able to make some money and grow the account a lot when those opportunities come. But I'll also mainly just be selling a whole lot of credit spreads out there to be able to just bring in that consistent income. That's been my formula for, like I said, nearly a decade now. So that's what I want to look at here on Tesla. If it gets back down into there, I want to be looking at selling a potential bull put spread. So I'm actually going to put in here bull put spread right there when that alert goes off, and I'm ready to rock and roll for this next week. Now, Netflix is the next one that I'm interested in. This is a really, really good opportunity to grab some Netflix on a discount, in my opinion. So I actually want this to go a little bit lower, down into like 88 to 80. If this can get down into this range really extended, it's going to be really, really fun. So a move lower, a bounce back up, and there should be a very strong move back into all-time highs is kind of what I'm thinking. The weekly chart looks good. The monthly chart looks fantastic. I love this strong breakout. We needed a retest. When everyone else is freaking out, I'm getting excited and looking at buying the dip. Now, the low could be in right now, but I wanted to see a lot more buyers off of this 20 EMA on a monthly. And if we go to a daily chart here, there was nothing. I'm not seeing any buying strength right now on a daily chart. So it doesn't mean that it can't go running bullish. But for me right now, I think we're probably going to get a little bit of a reprieve and then a move back down and then get into this area where I really want it. So when the bulls do step in, we'll know very, very quickly. There will be strong buying. I mean, huge bull candles, hammers. You'll see crazy excitement whenever the bulls are starting to step in. I don't see that excitement here. This day had a chance to be that exciting. Like lots of volume. It popped really big and then it just gave it all back up. I want to see strong closures, maybe even a big gap down to start really scaring people and then just putting in massive lower wicks. That's going to be my cue. And I'm going to go ahead and start looking at buying some leaps, some longer term options, plus some shares down here on Netflix. I feel like that is a great play. If it keeps on dropping, that's fine. I will have hedge protection in the way. I can always just buy some puts because that means we're most likely heading down into 70. And then that's going to be one heck of a buying spot there at 70 to 75. So I'm going to put another alert down and through there. I'm just going to start legging into a whole lot of positions all the way into this box. Like that's what I want to look at. These are the areas that I want to pay attention to for this next week. My friends, there are 1,000 other opportunities out there. I'm just going to pick a handful. If I pick 30 of them, I end up missing the majority of them. If I can just narrow it down to like 2 to 3 for the week that I'm pretty excited about, I'll have a game plan of what exactly I'm going to do. When those alerts go off, all I have to do now is follow that game plan. So you can take this, you can copy this, use these setups however you'd like, but I hope this was beneficial for you. Again, it doesn't have to be crazy long. Just take a few minutes every single weekend to start planning out your key levels, mark it out, write on your chart what you're going to be doing. So that way you're seeing things in the logic. When the emotions come, you can have that logic speak louder than your emotions. I hope you watching this process that I go through can inspire you to start making a few changes in your own process to help you see a little bit more success in your trading. My friends, check out those links down below. I'm giving away my credit spread strategy completely for free. It's down below in the description. Click on that if you want to learn how to trade without needing to be perfect on any direction. It's a complete game changer, and it's a crazy different way of trading. You're gonna be like, why am I doing anything else? check out that link down below to get that full strategy. And then also, if you're interested in just come checking out and trading with us every single week, this is what we do, helping you to grow as a trader so that you can change your life. My friends, thank you again for giving me a few minutes of your time. Implement this into your trading so that your logic can speak louder than your emotions when the markets are rolling. Have those levels picked out, and you're going to see drastic changes in your trading. I will see you next week.